My name is Chelsea Feldman, and I graduated from the Holistic Chef program in 2022. So I've had an interest in holistic health for a long time, starting with a work I did in outdoor education in my early 20s and working on farms and getting more and more interested in herbal medicine. Around 2016, I started a course of becoming a clinical herbalist, and through that program, I got even more interested in nutrition. I've actually been kind of keeping my eye on Bauman for about 20 years. I had come to several open houses, and based on my career, it was never the right time. So I'm an elementary classroom teacher, and during the pandemic, I took a step back from classroom teaching, and it was suddenly felt like the right time to really step into this 100%. And I went ahead and signed up for the Holistic Chef program, and it was the best possible thing I could have done at that time to really build on my knowledge and to be in an amazing community and come out with just skills for my lifetime that I will always be grateful for. So I did the Holistic Chef program online, and it was for me a really perfect way to receive this learning because I'm a parent of 2 children. So it allowed me to really be flexible with my homework and the engagement in terms of getting assignments done and when I was going to do shopping and do the cooking labs. Also just had a really lovely, intimate sense of community. And all the chefs were amazing, the teachers and the teaching assistants, and they were completely available. So during the day when I was at home and working on my labs, if I had a question or I encountered a problem, like I was working on making a frosting for a cake and I broke the frosting, and I could be kind of on the computer saying, what do I do now? And somebody would get back to me right away. And it was really cool to be able to have that experience of not cooking alongside someone, in my kitchen, but to be able to have that information flow and feedback continually, and to be problem solving in a really constructive way in real time, even though I was on my own in my kitchen. And also it really helped me build my own kitchen stewardship skills at home, which was a huge bonus, just deeply organizing and setting up for efficiency and food safety and all of those things within my own home was really helpful as well. So I have returned to my work as a full-time classroom teacher. I teach elementary school, first grade. And what's been amazing for me is that I've been able to take my skills from Bauman and bring them into my work in the classroom. So in addition to teaching core curriculum, I'm now also offering an after-school program, the Culinary Kids after-school class, and it's been so fun. So all these amazing skills that I learned in culinary school, I'm now able to share. And when I was in culinary school, we did an externship. And so the externship I did, one of them was I did a work in a culinary summer camp. And so that really helped me understand how to set myself up to be teaching kids and sort of how to get organized to offer that type of program. And then the other externship I did was working with a local catering company called Forkful of Earth. And I actually continued working with them after culinary school, and I'm still working for them seasonally as an event chef. So while teaching my after school program, I went in thinking about what are kids going to be interested in cooking and eating. And at the end of each course, I always ask the kids to reflect on what was your favorite recipe, because it's all professional development for me all the time, and wanting to know what are the flavors and the activities that kids are really gravitating towards the most. And I go into that question assuming it's going to be pizza or chocolate chip cookies, and every single time the kids are really excited about the rolls we made with hummus, or in this last class they loved making Vietnamese spring rolls. So it's just really cool to be with kids in a space where they are potentially expanding their palettes and really seeing that they can take control over how to like approach dinner or snacks in their house and have a broader idea of what's going to be tasty and accessible to them. The reality with being online is two things. One, I got such individualized attention from my teachers and just felt so supported throughout the process. And that was, feedback on assignments or a willingness to jump in and help me during problem solving. And then really pushing me to think about how I could grow and apply my culinary skills once the program was over. And a year and a half out, I'm still in contact with my teachers who are really helping support and advocate for the work I'm doing. And it's just this amazing community, an amazing support network. And the online format, again, for me, just allowed me a lot of flexibility. And, there were some elements of a kind of traditional culinary program that I didn't get because I was in my own kitchen. However, I got that training in the field when I did my externship. So I was, able to receive the education through my practicum in my own house. And then I took that out into a professional setting as an event chef. And so it just really depends on what your interests are and really being able to commit to following those golden threads of curiosity and applying the work in the real world in the ways that interest you. And once you start opening those doors, more and more doors begin to open as long as you're, continuing to stay engaged and follow those interests.